This is the Audi RS6 Avant. And it is really fast. Now this vehicle comes with a 4-litre V8 engine and it has cylinder on demand technology. It produces approximately 700 Newton meters of torque and 552.5 bhp. So let's just cut to the chase and get to the performance of the RS6. So we're driving around in the Audi RS6 Avant, and of course we're driving through some traffic right now. But since it's an automatic and it's a quattro, the ride is really comfortable, and you don't really need to worry about shifting, clutching. You can just be light on the pedal and drive easily through traffic. There are different driving modes which you can choose from. So on the center floor panel over here, there is a button which says car. You press down on that, and from there is a knob over here, and you can set it to either auto, comfort, dynamic, individual, each mode having a different function and role. Now dynamic mode is sort of like the sports mode in this vehicle, and you can have a lot of fun with this vehicle when you're on open highways, and you have a lot of room to throttle up and accelerate. Comfort mode is, well, for more laid back driving through the city. Now this of course essentially is a station wagon. It is an estate, and the concept of the vehicle is that it has a lot of space. At the same time, it is not an SUV, so it doesn't have that great ground clearance that an SUV does. Instead, what it offers you is a lot of power, and that is derived from the V8. Now the problem, and I'm going to say problem, with this vehicle is that this is India. That is the only problem with this vehicle. There aren't enough roads. There isn't enough space to actually just utilize and see the full potential of the Audi RS6 Avant. Now in just a little bit we're going to show you what exactly this vehicle is capable of. Just waiting for some stretch of road which is open, and we're doing about 50 kmph. Doesn't even look like it. We're on the 5th gear because we are in comfort mode. I'm just going to set that to dynamic. We're in sports mode down to 3rd. You have paddle shifters over here which you can use to downshift, and now I'm in 1st gear at 50. 2nd gear 70. That's not much. Before I could even finish that, I touched 100. So that is insane, because there isn't enough space to actually even throttle up. I mean, a 0 to 100 time of just 3.8 seconds flat, and that is mind-boggling, because in the blink of an eye you've actually touched 100 kmph, and there aren't many roads in India where you can actually do that. The top speed on this vehicle has been electronically limited to 250 kmph, but that can be upgraded to 280 kmph or 305 kmph as well. The torque in this vehicle is biased to the rear wheels with a 60-40 ratio, so there is more power sent to the rear wheels of this vehicle. However, one can actually increase that to about 85% of torque sent to the rear wheels, while in the case of the front wheels it's approximately 60%. Now the steering has been weighted really well. It's a bit wooden, and you definitely do feel a certain amount of understeer on this vehicle. But then again, it's a very sporty steering wheel, this flat bottom steering wheel. It has a very racy kind of design and feel to it. Of course, the paddle shifters with the brushed aluminium finish around is also really good. To hold this steering wheel actually gives you a sense of power, and it gives you a sense of aggression, because this monster is just raring to go. It's just waiting to be unleashed. The Audi RS6 Avant rides on air suspension in the front and rear, and it also comes with dynamic ride control. So what this does is it gives the vehicle a lot of stability, and it gives you a lot of control over the vehicle, especially when you're reaching breakneck speeds. When you're driving a vehicle with such impressive performance figures, control and stability is very important. The vehicle comes with dynamic ride control as well, and it has disc brakes on all four wheels, and these are ventilated perforated discs on all four wheels. So the stopping power which is built into this Audi RS6 Avant is also fantastic. We'll just show you a demo of that. That's from 100 back to 50 in just a flash of a second. So great performance on the Audi RS6 Avant. It's really impressive because it doesn't tend to intimidate you. Instead, it's actually lending you all sorts of driver aids which are working along with the car and giving you control over all that power. Now the ride and handling of this vehicle is also good. So if you're actually touching high speeds in the Audi RS6 Avant, and it's a stable ride, so just minimalistic turns of the steering wheel will actually lend you enough to maneuver this car around on highways, changing lanes. For maneuvering through city traffic, you need to be a little careful, as this vehicle has longish dimensions, so you do need to put a little effort into the steering when you're actually maneuvering it in the city. Now I'm really falling in love with this car, not just because of the performance but also the amount of luxury that Audi has built into it. You have a lot of brushed aluminium and a lot of piano black which is surrounding the dash, and you have all these knobs and buttons at your disposal, each controlling different functions. So you have dual zone climate control as well, you have steering mounted controls for your navigation, for your infotainment setup. This MMI display, however, is not touch enabled, but you can operate it with a knob over here, and different kinds of settings for your multimedia, infotainment. You have a lot of this carbon fiber finish also surrounding the dash and on the sides as well. Power adjusted seats with a memory function, electrically adjustable and foldable ORVMs, don't even need to mention such things, and a really sweet sunroof up top for those pleasant days. So essentially the Audi RS6 Avant is an estate, but it offers a lot which actually breaks the stereotype of it being an estate. So number one is performance, number two is volumes of space. The boot space stands at 565 liters, and if you drop down the second row, then it is approximately 1680 liters, which is so much space, and you can do so much if you're actually journeying or traveling. It's not just for your weekend, but if you're going on a long road trip, you have plenty of space in this vehicle. Now the Audi RS6 Avant also comes with different kinds of driver aids, ABS, EBD, corner braking and stability management. This is all standard in the Audi RS6 Avant. So to summarize it all, if Michelle Rodriguez from Fast and Furious was a soccer mom, this would be her car.
What is GLC? I mean, I think it's good looking, charming. Well, it's much more than that.